you're looking for something that's got a probably, something like that.
Yeah. This is the forge, and it's basically coal.
Yep.
And do you just light coal on fire and it burns? Or do you have to do something to make it go?
Start a fire with newspaper or whatever wood chips you have, and then when you got enough of that going, then you add in the green coal. The green coal is this. This is green coal. You know, bituminous coal. You know, so right now you see how that the fire just changed. That's the green coal that's really burning off all the impurities out of the green coal, turning it into what is basic.
Oh yeah, it looks like there's a lot like a gas coming up out of the coal that you just threw in there.
Yeah, let me see this. You can feel the heat too. See this?
Yeah, it's definitely warm in here.
This chunk right here. This is basically the coal version of charcoal out of wood. This is called coke. So when coal burns off all this yellow flame impurity, it turns into that coke, and that's what makes a lot of heat. So here's your piece of steel, flat stock, 1/4 inch by 1.5 by 1/2 inch. Putting it in the fire, starting to heat it up.
And how long do you think that'll take?
It'll be about a minute and a half to get that up to heat, so that we can start forming it into the circle.
That's it?
Yeah. Oh. Well, it'll be that section, and then form it, and then put it back in that section. And
so we're just going to do it a piece at a time?
Yeah, because the fire pot is only so big for the intense heat, so it's only got to heat an area about, you know, I don't know, maybe 4 inches by 3 inches. In this case, you know, the whole width, but only about that much.
So we'll work it a little bit at a time until it's round.
Yep. I'm going to start it for you.
Okay.
Okay. So you're on your 1/2 inch, laid on the horn, and we're just going to start to create that curve.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I'll do a layout for you here in a minute. In fact, we actually have a layout, but layout meaning, well, what final shape? How much do you curve it here to get the final shape?
Right.
Okay. So I'll get that laid out for you, but just kind of do what I just did up to there, put it back in the fire, and keep doing that. Okay. And it's self-fixable by heating it up and changing it. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Right.
And when it starts getting harder.
Yeah, then put it back in the fire.
Yeah.
And when you put it back in the fire, then you want to put it in the fire in like this section.
Okay, so stick it like there.
Yeah, I would suggest that.
Oh, stick it
I
up.
turn it up, yeah, so that...
Now that part's still going to be hot.
Move.
I mean, the part that we just hammered is still going to heat up. It's not going to...
That's okay. That's not going to hurt anything.
It's not going to fall over.
No, the only thing you do have to be aware of, as Rune was reminding me, was that it'll get to welding heat, and then it'll start to sizzle and pop and flow and do nasty things. Yeah.
So do you think it's ready to...
Yeah, it probably is. Pull it out. You always want to check it, and yeah, so now you're good. So just keep kind of hammering it like you were to get that shape. I'm getting that. Right. So now you see how all of a sudden you're like, ugh, too much in one place. Yeah. So.
It's looking kind of too roundy.
Yeah.
Now.
So you can do all kinds of things to fix that. You know, you can go like that.
Oh, okay.
There's all kinds of different things you can do. It's just so I mean I don't know about there with that
sure
it's got to be distorted a little bit as we go, and then we'll have to fix it, but that's okay.
Uh-oh, come back over here.
There, yeah, careful. Yeah.
I lost somebody. No kidding, that is some heat coming off of there. So there's...
How hot is the iron when it's that cherry color?
1500 degrees. 1500 degrees.
A little bit on the hot side.
So now what you want to do is hold on to this. And then keep doing that and do it over the wrong part of the...
Oh, over the wrong part. Okay.
Yeah. Generally want to hold the hammer either this way, or if you were holding it like this.
Oh, okay.
There's no strength in that grip. So you want to hold it either this way, or I also like to teach the thumb kind of up method.
Okay, like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now last time when I started doing this, I got a funky flat spot.
Right. And the reason you got a funky flat spot is because you hammered all in one place. Yeah, you're tending it to... Now if you want, you can actually curve it. You can actually hold it this way. This is just another method you could use. You could actually be here and do that kind of thing as well to sort of change your shape. See, I just find it too much by doing that. Go ahead and heat it back up.
Kind of looks like...
Did it work?
No.
Okay, so heat it back up, and I'm going to show you another tool to use, which in some ways is an easier tool, especially for a novice. Instead of using the hammer to create the shape,
we're going to jam it in there and pull it?
Over this positive, we're going to put it into this bending jig, okay? And you can see it's eventually going to do that, and then we're going to see how it's bending. Okay.
Oh man, this is a lot bendier than I thought, but this is still hot.
That is still hot, yeah, to some degree. Even what's called black heat. You have black heat on there now. Black heat's like 800 degrees.
Oh, look at that.
You can grab with this tool about here. Put that about here. That, you know. So.
Now, is this stressing the steel more by bending it when it's not that red hot color?
Is it stressing it more? Yes. Is it an issue for a failure mode? No. If you were trying to turn this into something that was narrower and longer by cold hammering it, you'd kind of mess up the steel if you did that too much. Because now you're compacting it and cold working it and changing its hardness, which can make it brittle. Okay.
But we're just bending.
But when we're just bending a nice simple two-dimensional curve, you're not doing anything to it that's going to change it enough that, you know, you wouldn't want to do that. Give that a yank.
So hold it here.
Yeah, I'd be as far out as you can. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you know?
It's closer? Yeah.
Yeah, it's closer. So I put the flat part here.
Yeah.
And then I take this part here.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
It's all about the angle.
And the placement of the tools, absolutely.